Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my perfume wish list, and I decided to pick 10, a little more than 10, and I'll explain. But basically perfumes that I've been wanting, and some I know I'm going to get, and then some I'm having trouble deciding between which one. And these are probably perfumes I will more than likely add to my collection. It's just I don't need all of them. So I'm trying to get feedback on some that I am going back and forth between two different kinds. I might end up getting both. I do like perfume. I collect it. I do use perfume pretty much every day. A lot of these perfumes I haven't smelled. Some I have, but I do blind buy, and it works out for me. Everyone's different. I know some people don't like doing that. I usually can narrow it down by looking at the notes. This is in no particular order. It is somewhat alphabetized just because that's a habit of mine. So the first one I am going to eventually add to my collection, and that's Coco Noir by Chanel Paris. And this is described as balsamic, citrus, warm, spicy, aromatic, and then patchouli, and then fresh spicy. And I have smelled a lot of the different Chanel perfumes, and a lot of them I don't really like at first spray. I have to spray them and kind of walk around. It's also a smell that is more mature. That's another reason why I do like, you know, the Coco Chanel lines. They're a little bit more of a mature scent. They're also very unique. So this one, I think it's the warm and spiciness of it that makes me want to add it. It's a little bit more edgy than some of the other Chanel Paris that I have tried. So that is one that I am looking to add into my collection. So all of these that I am going to mention are eau de parfum, except for one, and I'll explain. This one I want just because I enjoy the original Coco Mademoiselle, but I feel like it's not as strong as I remember when I used to wear it in my early 20s. Now I don't know if that's because it's been reformulated and if this intense one is going to trigger headaches, but we're gonna see. This is one that I do want to also add into my collection, and this one is described as citrus, balsamic, patchouli, aromatic, sweet, and vanilla. And I love vanilla, sweet, and patchouli. I don't like patchouli on its own, but I definitely like patchouli in perfumes. I think they last longer. I think they have this earthiness that works really well on my skin. I know some people do not like patchouli, and I do think that scents work different on different people, and I usually get a lot of compliments when I wear perfumes that actually have a lot of patchouli in them. As you know, I do wait for sales, so I might pick these up during the holidays because sometimes they do throw sales like Sephora and different department stores. So I am holding out on these two for a sale. I do not typically buy perfume, makeup, or beauty products at retail value. So now this next one I want to add into my collection, but I don't know if I want the eau de toilette or eau de parfum, and that is Dior Hypnotic's Poison. And this was described as an oriental vanilla with almond and fruit. So I hear this is a great cool month scent, especially like fall and winter, since we typically do not get cold fall. This one I'm adding into my winter collection. I just don't know if I want the EDT or the EDP because I hear different takes on it. So this is one that I do plan on going to the department store and sniffing, just because they sound like different scents. I know some people say the EDT is beautiful, it's not as heavy as the EDP, but then some people say it smells like Play-Doh and it's not as good. And then some people describe the EDP as being strong. It's very unique. You can really get the almond, vanilla in the EDP. This is a scent that I do want to add to my collection. I just don't know which of the two I want to add. Okay, so this one's a complete blind buy, and I don't typically like, I like rose in perfumes, but when it's like a rose perfume, I tend to not like it. But so many people who say they don't like rose perfumes have mentioned this. This is Lancome's Oud Bouquet, and this is described as sweet vanilla, rose, warm, and spicy. And this is just one that I want to try. I want to look for the original bottle because I've heard that they've changed the bottle. I don't know if they reformulated it. I'm sure they have. this is one that I do want to add in my collection. Okay, and then this one I've been wanting to add, and that is Mon Guerlain Guerlain, I guess. And this is described as vanilla, aromatic, powdery, floral, fresh, spicy. And that is something that I've been wanting to smell because I see it in a lot of people's collections. So that made it on my list. The next up is Oscar de la Renta's Bella Blanca, and this is a white floral green tuberose with like a musky undertone. And this one I've smelled. I've gone to Kohl's 2 times and have sprayed this, and I remember that when I sprayed it and then went to go pick up my Lancome Trésor la Nuit because I had gotten it at Kohl's. My mother-in-law had given me a gift card for my anniversary. I had Bella Blanca on, and the lady there was like, what are you wearing? It smells so beautiful. So this is one I want, but I can wait for spring because this is a very spring scent to me, even summer, like spring summer scent. Daytime. So I do want to add this one to my collection, and this again is something I know I can obtain at a very like affordable price. So next up is another one that 2 of my viewers recommended for dipping my toes in niche, and that's Tom Ford. Tom Ford has a lot of expensive perfumes, 200, 350. I think I even saw one for 450, and that is just too much for me. I think if I was like rich, sure, you know, what else are you gonna spend your money on? But those are out of my price range. But I did see Tom Ford's Black Orchid as well as Velvet Orchid, and those I can find those at discounted prices. I just don't know which of the 2 I want to try. So Black Orchid is described as warm, spicy, sweet, earthy, balsamic, and cacao. And then Velvet Orchid is described as sweet, floral, balsamic, powdery, and honey. So I am leaning more towards Black Orchid just because I do like warm, spicy, balsamic scents as well as cacao. So I do know that some people say that Tom Ford Black Orchid is like too much. I like too much. So I'm kind of leaning towards Black Orchid, but then people have said that the Velvet one is beautiful too. So I am kind of like, which of the 2 do I want to add to my collection? Okay, and then the next one is another one that I have smelled both, but I've smelled them on the card and I don't know how they're going to play with my skin. These are, you know, I could definitely go to the department store and smell these 2 because I don't necessarily want both. But these are Valentino perfumes, and I was looking into Valentino Donna as well as the new one, Donna in Rome. So Donna is described as powdery, rose, vanilla, floral, and leather. And it's that leather note that kind of has me intrigued. I want to spray that on my skin and see if I could pick up that note like after the dry down. But I love leather notes in perfumes, and I don't have many with that note. My Lady Gaga Eau de Gaga has leather in it, and oh god, when that dries down, it's just a beautiful scent. So I think this one might be like a beautiful like winter to spring scent because of the floral. It might be a nice like transition perfume. And then Donna in Rome is described as vanilla, woody, fruity, powdery, soft, and spicy. And I think this just falls in trend with what is in right now. So that's why like I'm kind of teetering between the 2 because it's like I have a lot of this in my collection, but I don't know. I know I want to add one of these to my collection. I just don't know which one. And then another one, these are 2. I might add both of these, but I don't know yet. One I have of travel. I know I want it, but then I kind of want to smell this other one. And that's Versace. I've been looking at the Eros Parfum as well as adding Dylan Blue. The Versace Eros Parfum is described as citrus, white, floral, woody, musky. Again, I love woody and musky scents, so that's kind of why I want to try this one. And then Dylan Blue is fruity, floral, green, rose, and fresh. And I would have to agree with that. It is a very fresh scent. It's a great everyday scent. So I already know what Dylan Blue smells like because again, I have that one, a little travel spray, but I kind of want a slightly bigger bottle. But I don't know if maybe I'll hold off on that and try the Eros. So, but that's another one on my list. And then last on my list, I've mentioned this in my perfume collection video, is Viktor and Rolf Flowerbomb. I know I want to add a Flowerbomb into my collection, and I am actually wearing Nectar right now. And when I first sprayed this, I got a very, it's not like I got like a menthol rub, like, you know, like Bengay, not Bengay, but like Vicks vapor rub. I got like a kind of vapor rub smell at first spray, but I know that you have to let it dry down. So I let it dry down and I got the Flowerbomb in it. And now I got like nothing. Like this one sits closer to my skin than I would say Flowerbomb, the original, does. And that could be because Flowerbomb, the original, has patchouli in it. I don't know that this one has patchouli in it, but patchouli really does. I can't think right now. What's the word? It projects. Patchouli projects. So Flowerbomb is described as floral, patchouli, white floral, green, and citrus. I don't really get the zest in Flowerbomb like I do with some of my other citrus scents. I get more of like the sweet floral and patchouli in it, like all mixed in though. Like not one note overpowers the other. It's very like rounded. And I am kind of liking Bloom too. This one's described as woody, floral, citrus, fresh, spicy, and rose. So this is another one that I enjoy. I need to try it out again. I think I am leaning more towards Bloom or the original. And then Nectar is described as aromatic, balsamic, vanilla, fruity, warm, spicy, and smoky. And I just have other perfumes in my collection that has those aromatic, balsamic notes that I feel are stronger. Like I smell it, but on my skin it's just a little bit more, I don't know, like, I don't want to say it smells like Vicks vapor rub, but it smells like a little bit like medicine. And I've had it on now for like an hour and a half, but I am liking Flowerbomb as well as Bloom more. So I think those two are up and running. But I have also been the type of person that after like my third try, something will grow on me. So that's why I haven't made a decision yet. But I know I want to add Flowerbomb to my collection. I also got a mini midnight one, but I haven't even sprayed that yet. Like I'm waiting for like a date night to spray that and go out with my husband. But it's like the mini one, and those usually for me, because I'm an oversprayer, they only last like 2 shots. So that one I'm also might put in that category, just because Viktor & Rolf is expensive, but I do want to add one of those to my collection. Sorry if you heard my dogs flipping out. Their dog food came in. So that will do it for today's video. I know it was really quick, but I just kind of wanted to put my perfume list out there just because I never knew that there was like a perfume YouTube community. I've been on YouTube for years, but I actually started my own YouTube channel. It's going on 2 years. And I wanted to do everything beauty, like skin, makeup, and hair, but it kind of went more towards makeup. And one day I just did a perfume haul, not even thinking. It became one of my top viewed videos. And then I decided to put out another video, and like I actually get, and I enjoy like comments and people's opinions. I enjoy like just the back and forth of it, and I never got that when I would post my makeup videos. And yeah, so I discovered that there's a fragrance community out here, and fragrance along with makeup and beauty in general is a passion of mine. So I am looking forward to filming more perfume videos. So since this is kind of like my perfume wish list, I kind of wanted to put it out here and just get your guys' thoughts on it. And I like to hear the way you guys describe things. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of my perfume list? What is on your perfume list? Do you own any of these scents? Do you love them? Do you hate them? So that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload. And until next time, guys, bye.